Hello, welcome to application 2C-1. We're going to take a look at some domain and range problems where the domain and the range is restricted based on the real world situation or scenario that we're going to be given. Just a reminder, our learning target is that I can identify domain and range. So let's go ahead and jump in and look at the first problem on your application. As I go through, I'm going to highlight important information that we might need to know along the way. So we have a tub that drains at a rate of 3 gallons every 20 seconds. The typical tub holds approximately 30 gallons of water. We want to let Y be the amount of water in the tub, and X is going to be our amount of time in seconds. We want to describe the domain and the range of the function. If you remember, the domain looks at the X values, so our domain is going to focus in on the time that we have draining the tub, and our range is the Y value, so that's going to be the amount of water in the tub. Now I'm going to start with the range because the range in this situation is actually a little bit easier to figure out. So with my range, that's going to be the most amount of water I can have in the tub and the least amount of water I can have in the tub. Now our tub is only 30 gallons large. So the most water we can have in our tub without overflowing the tub is 30 gallons. Now when we think about draining the water, if we drain it, we can drain as much water as is in it. We can't drain a negative amount of water, and the lowest we can get it is the tub would be empty. And if the tub was empty, we would have 0 gallons of water in the tub. So we can have 0 and we can have 30, but we can't have anything on either side of those. So our range is going to be between 0 and 30 gallons. Now our domain is a little bit trickier. We have to think about how much time it would take to drain the tub. And one of the easiest ways to look at that is to go ahead and set up a table. So I'm going to set up a little table where I'm comparing the time to the amount of water. Now we're going to assume that we're starting with a full tub. So when no time has passed, we would have 0 seconds gone by and a full tub of 30 gallons. Now, every 20 seconds, we're going to have 3 gallons less, so we would be down at 27. Now, the tub is continuously draining during this point. It's not like just at 20 seconds it automatically just loses 3 gallons of water. It's continuing the whole time in between the 0 and the 20 seconds. So every value, every time in between is also going to be part of our domain. Let's continue out this pattern and see how long it's going to take us to drain the tub. So next up, at 40 seconds, I would have 24 gallons of water. At 60 seconds, I would have 21. At 80 seconds, I would have 18. Now I ran out of room, so I'm going to continue my chart over here. At 100 seconds, I would have 15 gallons. At 120 seconds, I would have 12 gallons. After 140 seconds, I would have 9 gallons. At 160 seconds, I would have 6 gallons. At 180 seconds, I would have 3 gallons. And then finally, after 200 seconds have passed, my tub would be empty. So all my time between 0 and 200 is part of my domain. So my domain is going to be from 0, and we can have 0, all the way up to 200 seconds. Now, it's easy to go ahead and eliminate some restrictions on our domain and range when we're thinking about what we can actually measure the units in. For example, with both time and with gallons, how much water is in something, we typically won't have negative values. So we can go ahead and know that we aren't going to have any negative values in our range. Now we might have a certain point where it stops above 0, but we know we shouldn't have any domain or range when we think of time or gallons or distance that we're going to be negative. Alright, so go ahead and use this as an example and go ahead and work the other 2 problems on this application. Make sure you complete the entire application and go ahead and study for your mastery check. It'll be your first one in Unit 2C, so good luck. And as always, let us know if we can be any assistance. Alright, see you guys in the next video.